Thank you so much. Yes, sit down. Give it up for your first two comics, huh? How great are they? Yes. Yes. Good for us. That's what, yeah. So we're here. We're good. And what can we say, man? I haven't been back to Madison 5 years. Here's the stalker. She knew right away. Yes, and the restraining order just got lifted and she's back. Wow, 5 years, 3 days. 18 hours, 21 minutes, 60 seconds. Yeah, yes, 5 years, I haven't been back. And yeah, it looks like it's gotten even wider. So yeah, that's what I'd say. Just, I was like, is it snowing? I was like, no, it's just the people. That's just people going for a jog around Lake Shumashuka. I don't know the names. People try to tell me the names. I'm like, dude, I don't care. I could never learn them, you know? And yeah, I really believe that, you know, the Native Americans that inhabited this state are really, their spirits are turning over in the clouds, knowing that, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer walked among you. And that Jeffrey Dahmer would just be eating Native Americans if they still lived here. Dude, this state's white, I mean, literally, this state's most famous people are Jeffrey Dahmer and Stephen Avery. I mean, you have making a murderer and a cannibal, and this is what you threw the Native American people out for. This is what you ripped down their teepees so you can have cannibals and murderers. It is a fun state though. Fun, you know, some fun names like as soon as I got here, right into the hotel, I jerked off. You have to, dude. When I come, I go, Sheboygan. That's about it. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Do a little Sheboygan, and that's what it is. I'm at the hotel, it's called the Edgewater, and that's just, yeah, you know that hotel? And it's right on the lake. Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just edging by the water. I'm just looking out the window, just getting right there and then not doing it. But, you know, I always have fun I like to have fun, like when I'm in this state, you know? Now this state, I forgot, oh no, this is a swing state, right? This is a swing, is it a swing state? Is Wisconsin a swing state? Wow, so you guys went red, yeah. I've walked around Madison, and I could tell, you know, a lot of the people who work at the coffee shops are not happy. They, oh, no. You just heard a lot, oh. Those were the guys. And it's okay, dude. Things will be okay. Let's just be honest, folks. White people are back. We are back, dude. Oh, my God. We're back! Yo, they thought they had us and we slipped out. We're slippery, dude. We slipped out. Oh, yeah. So, big win. And big win for the whites, man. But here's the truth, all right, folks? Listen, I was prepared, okay? I'm one of these whites. I thought I like to hedge the bet because I figured, 10 years ago, I was like, oh, it's over for white people. We're done. Look, it's looking bad. And so my kids, I have 3 kids. They're Puerto Rican. I have Latino children. Yeah, little queso curds. And so I have beautiful, because you had to, okay? There was no choice. And Good cough. That's a good cough. That's like a new variant type cough, yeah. You know? But it's good. It's good to have. Who has kids out there? Okay, here you go. See, normal. I like that. A good percentage of the crowd. Because, I live in New York. Nobody has children. Like, literally nobody wants to do it. Yeah. Oh, is that the stalker lady? There you go. I knew it was you. Yeah. So, you have cats, right? Is that what it is? You're one of those. The cats are my children. Okay. Dude, you know what it is? Here's the truth. If you're someone out there, whatever, God bless you. Hey, this is the sick corner, right here. This is the sick section. If you sneeze again, you have to sit here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, dude. You're Amish, right? That beard. His beard is sick. People have told him 3 times that he's Amish. You know why? Because he looks Amish. So the fact that you can't believe it is insane. He absolutely looks like he churns butter all day and just looks for corn to stick up his ass. If his name's not Zechariah, why is your beard like that if you're not Amish? Dude, you literally look like a cross. You guys can't see his face. But just imagine it's either 2 options with this kid. He's either Amish or he's a white guy in ISIS. So which one do you want to be? You want to be white ISIS? There you go. Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. He's a good guy. Wild, but good. Good for you. Yeah. Yeah. Touch my horse, that buggy. Good for you, dude. Be Amish, dude. You know? Amish have a lot of kids. Yeah, dude. They don't pull out at all. You know what it is, too? It's like, look, okay? Here's the thing. I think having kids, you know, a lot of people I know, again, being from New York, you know, people, I'm 40. I have 3 kids, and people are like, oh, you're a little young to be a dad. It's not like you're a little young. It's like, are you, what? Dude, if this was 100 years ago, I'd almost be dead right now. Okay? So just grow up, please. I don't know what I'm going to tell you. If you're having trouble in your life, you're anxious, whatever, it's because you're consuming too much. You got too much time on your hands, all right? Have a kid. Don't pull out or hold somebody's butt in, whichever way you want to go. I don't know if you're a biological male or a biological female, whatever you want to be today. Just, you know, either receive cum or give cum, whichever one. Shoot it in or out. It doesn't matter. But have a kid, because I'm telling you, it takes away your anxiety. You would think it would go up. It takes it away. Because in this world, our brains are not designed to take in every problem in the universe, but that's what it is when you put on TV or your phone, social media. Not me, dude. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on in the world ever. I have too many kids. How could I possibly know what's happening? You know what I'm saying, dude, right? You got kids? You have kids? And, dude, look at you have kids and you still look like a baby. I love it. This guy looks like a baby. He looks like one of his babies. I like it, dude. He's a big, bald guy. Fun. He looks like a good tip. Yeah, you've gotten that before, right? Do you look like a baby? No. Never gotten that before? Wow, you guys, it's very interesting. That Amish kid. Yeah, well, you know what, sir? You look like a baby, and you should go put on a diaper. That's what I would do. Well, but good for you. It's fun. You're a fun baby. But you know, if you got kids, you know, man. It's just like, how can I possibly? I'm not watching the movies, TV. I don't know. I have no idea. Don't come at me with a reference. I'm knee deep in the kids' you know? This guy knows what I'm talking about, dude. People know. If you know, you know. It's how it is. It's how it is with kids. Yeah. But you know, whatever, dude. It's like, I don't care, right? Who cares? I'm not gay, but it's like, whatever. I don't know, who cares? You know, why are there labels? I feel like there's people in the world that don't live like that, dude. Like any Indian people here? Any Indian people? Way to go, Wisconsin. Way to go. The W in Wisconsin stands for white. White-sconsin. And so, yeah. Dude, Indian people, because they're dope. I love Indian people, man. They're so spiritual, okay? Karma Sutra, next level. Like, you know, they're connected to a higher power, right? Like just yoga. Every time I see an Indian man sleeping, I just assume he's meditating. Oh, I just think, you know, somebody's got a good laugh. Somebody's got a good laugh out there that they can't breathe. Like, it's like, you know, they're laughing because they have stage 3 lung cancer. And that's fine. Hold on, buddy. So, how are the Amish community? Is it like this? Do they have stuff going on? Yeah? Not really, right? Things are better there. They're safer there. You know? I just feel like our society's gotten a little out of control now. Everybody wants, there's just no guardrails anymore. Everybody could just say anything, do anything. There's no repercussions. Because, like I said, people don't get hit. You can just jump onto any bandwagon or group you want. It doesn't matter. Like now the new thing, everybody wants to be on the spectrum. That's the new thing. You talk to everybody now, they're on the spectrum. That's how they try to excuse their bad behavior. Like, oh, you got to be, listen, let's cut him some slack. He's just been recently diagnosed. He's on the spectrum. I'm like, he's 47 years old. What are you talking about? He just recently got diagnosed? Let me tell you something. You're on the spectrum. You better have a helmet on and be biting me, okay? I'm old school. Then I'll believe. If every time we hang out, I want to get a tetanus shot because you're out of your mind. Okay, dude? Yeah, you're not. Why are you on the spectrum? Because you're 47 years old, you still think wrestling's real? No. It's not. He's funny, man, my dad. And it's like, they've been married, my dad and my stepmom, 35 years. And it's just how it is, that you get to a point where it's like, you're not going anywhere. There's no breaking up. There's no divorce that you're in, okay? So it's just you do whatever you want to do. Like we went to the Yankee game. He, as soon as we get there, the eating spectacle he was putting on was nuts. And he has a glucose monitor because he's like a type 7 diabetic. He's got so much diabetes. And he's got a glucose monitor, and this glucose monitor is measuring his blood sugar in real time, and it sends the numbers live in real time to his wife. So my stepmom is there at all times monitoring what this guy's eating. His blood sugar is just, and so he's going off. He's eating pretzels, cheeseburgers. He got ice cream in the helmet. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm not a little kid. He's like, I got that for you. I'm like, I'm literally 40 years old. What are you talking about? And so he's like, and so he's just eating barbecue sauce everywhere. Dude, he had ketchup all over, mustard. It looked like he was getting shot with red and yellow paintballs. Just explosions of sauce. And so his blood sugar must be 800. And I see his phone going off, and he just keeps ending the call. So then finally my stepmom calls me, and I see it, and I pick up. I'm like, oh, hey, Diane. She goes, hey, what the is your father eating? His blood sugar's 800 right now. 800, Christopher. And I was like, Dad, Diane wants to know what you're eating. And he goes, yeah, tell her I'm having a salad. And I was like, he says he's having a salad? She goes, there's no way he's eating a salad. His blood sugar's 800. He goes, yeah, it's a big salad, Diane. Okay? Why don't you stop bothering me? So, this guy's going crazy, eats, drinks, and then we walk into my house. It's 2 a.m. She's awake, just waiting to yell at him. I can't explain to you what this guy looked like. He didn't even bother wiping his face off. Ketchup, mustard, barbecue sauce, chocolate syrup. He had French fries in his hair. And he's just walking in. And she goes, what did you eat? He goes, I had a couple of salads. Okay? She's like, really, Tony? You expect me to believe you had a salad? Is that really what you want? And then I swear to God, I don't know why he thought this was gonna work. At some point throughout the day, I guess from his cheeseburger, he took the iceberg lettuce from the cheeseburger and he put it in his pocket. So he goes, yeah, I thought I was eating a salad. And then he took a bite of it right in front of her. And he was like, that's disgusting. Give me a Twinkie. And, and then, whatever, dude. And then it's just, he slept by my house. And then it's just, I listened to him all night and breathe heavy. He was breathing heavy. He kept saying that he had to go to the hospital. But he just fought it out. And then my dad, they're fine. They've been married 35 years. They're fine. And that's just what it is. You just kind of stick it out, suck it up, and see what happens. I don't know, but they got old school kind of love. Look, what do you guys want? Anything? Sometimes I've been doing this lately, just at the end. I like to just ask the crowd, anything going on in the news, anything you want to riff about. What is it? Diddy. Excuse me? Diddy. Diddy? Oh, P. Diddy? Let me tell you something about P. Diddy, folks. Here's the thing about P. Diddy. Here's what I hope happens. On fingers crossed, just for the fun of it. I hope day 1, Trump pardons Diddy. Day 1, just freak off. Just a little freak off. Oh, God, I would love it. Just Baron Trump just covered in lube. Oh, get him in there, dude. Dude. Here's the thing, man, with Diddy, honestly. I mean, look, you haven't heard anything about him recently. I really think, I heard a rumor, and again, this was on a conspiracy on X, but I heard that nothing's going to happen to him because, like, the day before he got arrested, he sold all, like, the celebrity sex tapes he has. He sold them all to, like, somebody in Saudi Arabia, like some rich sultan has it. And if anything happens to him in jail or he gets convicted, he's going to release these sex tapes. So we'll see if I'm in it. And did I make it? And by the way, like, my friends too have like no bearing of like what my place in entertainment. They're like, did you ever go to a Diddy party? I'm like, are you what? Do you understand? Like, you know me. I fly Spirit Airlines. Like, what? What do you mean a Diddy party? And then, you know, like, people always want to ask the moral question, like, well, would you go if you were invited knowing what you know? It's like, yes. Are you kidding me? I'd be blowing Justin Bieber right now. What are you, out of your mind? Hello? Why do you think I'm in this? Yeah, I just haven't gotten the opportunity, but I will suck. Anybody else? Hannah Berner? Hannah Berner's a great comic. I love Hannah Berner. Yeah, she is amazing. She is an amazing person. I like her. I like her husband, Des Bishop. He does comedy in Chinese, even though he's a white guy from Ireland. So that's pretty interesting. He's good. He's a spy. And I like Hannah Berner. Anybody else? Anything in the news? Anything you guys want to talk about? What is it? Father Bill. Oh, Father Bill, the priest who I, who I say touched me. Sometimes I don't know if that's a bit or I'm honestly just, I don't know if I'm remembering. I don't know if it's like, that's why sometimes I get scared to meditate, because like I'll be meditating, I'll be like, oh, this feels nice, and then I just see it coming out my face. Suck it for the Lord. All right, anybody else? What was it? Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan's great, man. Joe Rogan is, he's great. He's, he's a very muscular man. And he's good, dude. It's a fun time to do his show. You go, 3 hours, you sit there, you feel like you're on ayahuasca, you start drinking, start smoking weed. Then he wants you to go work out with him. And so you go work out with him. And then you kind of just black out. And then the show comes out. Everybody's, talking to you for a day, praising you. Your social media blows up. Your friends are like, oh my God, it's so cool. And then you wake up the next day and your life is back to normal. And this is the pattern of what being an entertainer is. It's ups, downs, roller coasters. And then this is why eventually you see us ourselves. And this is why it pretty much ends that way, because you just can't get a grip on reality. And, but yeah. Anybody else? What about in the news? Anything to riff on in the news? Anything?
Tyson.
Oh, Mike Tyson, dude. Let me tell you something. Mike Tyson, I thought that, like a lot of people think it was rigged. Everyone's talking about his ass. I mean, yeah. I wish, I'm looking for a woman with an ass like Mike Tyson. That's who I'm looking for, babe. If you're a woman, you got an ass like Mike Tyson, I mean, please. I cannot wait to see how many girls are going for Mike Tyson for Halloween next year. I cannot. That's going to be the slut Halloween Tyson, tattoo on my face, just a thong, biting your glove. I heard that they did that fight because Netflix wanted to test their live streaming, because the NFL is going to be streaming. So that's why I think they did the fight. And I'll tell you what, the NFL is going to have some problems, because that did not stream well. There was a lot of buffering, and I was like, this kind of sucks. Yeah. Anybody, what's going on? Is there a good, what did you think about today, sir, baby? Boss, baby. What did you think? Yeah, you had work today?
No, I was off.
You were off for work today? So what do you do when you're off? What was your day like? You got up, you got up, you sucked a tit to eat, breastfed, crawled around. What do you do for work?
I work at a manufacturing plant.
Oh, a manufacturing plant. Okay, good. Like, you do the manufacturing?
I supervise.
You supervise, the migrants do the manufacturing. Yes, that's what it is. I am the supervisor. I would love some, guy who's from some third world country. They've never been to America, and then you're their boss. They think you're like a god, a baby god. The god of the babies. I like you, ma'am. Thank you for laughing along. Appreciate it. What about Sal?
Hey, babe.
Is Sal coming to Milwaukee in January? Good for him. And that's good. Yeah, Sal's great. Sal's great. I saw him a couple of weeks ago. Gave him a sweet kiss on the lips, and yeah, it was good. Well, way to go, sir. You're tall. You're like a Madison avatar. Yeah. All right. Yeah. No 38 waist. All right. I don't think. Yeah. Nothing is really happening in the news, right? I mean, I guess I don't even know. I mean, Trump, Dr. Oz is in now. I like that. Dr. Phil. I want to see Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil. I want everybody in Trump's cabinet. I really want Dr. Kevorkian. I want everybody in Trump's cabinet. Yeah. All right. I don't know. Oh, okay, so this is a mistake. You guys are just yelling out things about my life. I want to just riff about things going on in the news and come up with some jokes, but this was a mistake. So, no, it's okay. I'm sweating anyway. I got to, what do I have? Do I have to write anything? I've been writing a lot of stuff, a lot of new stuff, but then also a lot of stuff that just sucks. Is your guys CVS's? Do you have all the stuff beyond bulletproof glass, or is it just open? It's open? Dude, in New York, it's all beyond bulletproof glass. It's like it's like, look, that's Milwaukee, yeah. Well, we know who you voted for. Yeah, I mean, I don't fucking know. This guy's got to get to you got to wake up in an hour. Right? Jesus, what time is it? It's 8:30 already, dude. What time does the farm go on? Yeah? Do you want him to shave the beard? What do you think he's going to do? You've been together for 2 years and you asked him to grow out the beard. Why did you ask him to grow out the beard? I like beards. You like beards. Well, I know. So does he. He's one physically and spiritually. I think it's a gay joke, beard joke. You like beards. You were like, you know what? I want him to have a on his face. That's good. I like the beards too. I think he looks good in it, but it just grows a little bit longer. It looks a little Amish. That's all. But you're trying to find the right shortness of it. No, you know what? Honestly, that's where I think your problem is. I think I would grow it longer. Honestly, dude, if your woman says she likes beards, then you got to show her. You got to go Gandalf, okay? Yes, go Duck Dynasty. Go full. Yes, absolutely. Go full wizard. That's what she wants. Less do leprechaun, because this in-between shit, you're not committed, okay? That's what she tells her friends. He doesn't commit. No, he won't put a ring on it, and he won't even grow the beard that I want. So you gotta grow that beard, dude. That's what I would do if I were you. Okay, good. Okay, good. This guy's upset. The baby's upset. He's like, I wish I had hair. Arkansas? You're from there?
We're in town for the national championship tomorrow.
Oh, there's a national championship tomorrow? In what? Oh, cross country. So how does that work, cross country? Like, do you just run around Wisconsin? Is that like, where do you stand? No, I know I didn't mean that. I meant like, where do you physically stand to watch a cross country race? Right? You have to just like pick a spot? That's kind of, so what do you kind of just, they run past you and you're like, woo. Yeah, like, how do you, I always thought about that, like, do they have coaches for track? But what? Like, I always thought about that, like a runner. It's like, what is the coach gonna do? Run faster. Hey, can you do it faster? It's like, there's no skill. It's like, yeah, man, just, that was good. And I think if you just ran a little faster, you would have won. That's my advice. If you could just go a little faster, yeah. I get paid $5 million a year by Nike to tell you to just go faster. Oh, if you're a pole vaulter, yeah, if you could just jump higher. Just get over the pole a little bit better. But that's good, man. Congrats. You're here, Arkansas, and you guys are ranked third. Who's one? Who's number one?
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. Okay, is Wisconsin ranked, or is this just, are they having it here?
They're hosting it, but they're probably top 20.
Top 20, yeah. Yeah, man. I feel like, somebody's talking shit. They're saying, we're higher than you. You're not going to beat Arkansas, dude, okay? You're not going to fucking beat Arkansas. You think you're going to beat these backwoods in running? Dude, this guy, you know, they're running through the woods, escaping the guys from Deliverance. So, you're not, Wisconsin is too white and pristine, dude. Run through Arkansas. That's the real shit, dude, or else they're going to get like a pig with a kid playing a banjo. So that's Arkansas. Little Rock, baby. Love that, yeah. Bill Clinton. The Clintons, bro. Good for you. All right, well, I hope you guys win, man. But that's interesting. You're going hard. Do you have any affiliation with the track and field team, or are you just a big-time fan? Oh, you're that athletic trainer. Well, I mean, you're the guy. Then you're the guy I need to talk. By the way, I love that they are number 3 in the country. They are here for the track and field championships, and the athletic trainer is getting bombed at a comedy show in the front row. He's gonna, you know, their star athlete tomorrow. He's gonna go in. He's gonna tape up the wrong ankle. Like, oh, got him, son. Fucking breaks his leg. Damn it. You're gonna go, yo, Sheboygan. Oh, the athletic trainer. Good, man. Well, good luck to you. Hope you guys win. I hope you guys win. But even if you don't, right? Even if you don't win, it's not about that. It's as long as you take the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ in your heart. You're a man from Arkansas, from the South. As long as you take the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, He is among us. Do you guys do prayers before? Kenyans? A lot of Kenyans. Oh, so then you'll win. Because the one thing I can tell you Wisconsin doesn't have is Kenyans. So I'm pretty confident now. You guys got the Kenyans, man? You win, because you don't see too many of them around here. Yeah, dude, the Kenyans are like, they're amazing. Is it actually a physiological thing, like they have more blood cells or something? Born to run. Yeah, dude. They just go. They don't need any help. Yeah, let's be honest. You work on the white guys. That's what it is. Let's be honest, folks. The Kenyans have it figured out. It's really the white guys. They need a lot of pampering, a lot of rubbing down. You should just inject Kenyan blood into them. That's what you should do. Yeah. Wow, dude. All right, good. All right. Yeah. So that's why, That's why I heard somebody saying before that they've locked their door for the first time in 20 years in Madison because they're scared of the Kenyans. And that was a joke, obviously. I know this girl's leaving. That was a joke. Just kidding, okay? I love Kenyans. I love all Africa. I love Africa. I do love Africa. I've never been, but it just seems fun. That's good, though, man. Good. All right, well, you have fun. We'll see what happens, man. It's big, you know. I'm going to go watch it. I'm going to go watch the Wisconsin track and field thing. You get me tickets? Oh, dude, thank you. What time is it at? 9 a.m.? I won't go. 9 a.m. Dude, it's 11:45. You got to leave at the women's team at 7 a.m.? Jesus Christ. And you're just up, out, you're on and it's a good job, though, man. Athletic trainer, I like that. Yeah, well, good. Have fun. I mean, dude, even if you get a little drunk, get a little drunk. Who cares, right? Have fun, live your life. All right, folks. Well, we got another show in here. I mean, Madison, I always have a good time. I'm going to go around the town tomorrow. I'll visit all your gay little coffee shops. Everyone's gay and trans out there, so I'm just ready to fucking have a weekend. I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready to have a weekend here. And then Sunday, just go home, and what happens in Madison stays in Madison. That's what it'll be. All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you very much. Enjoy yourselves. Thanks for everything. I love it.
Keep it going for Chris Distefano.
right here.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I sat in that green room and I said, Chris, I looked in the mirror. I said, Chris, don't start drinking martinis. Don't start drinking martinis. Don't start drinking martinis. I've had 6 martinis. So this show is going to be loose. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Chris Distefano!
Thank you for coming, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Whoa! Thank you. Gramercy. Yes, welcome. Thank you so much for coming to my special wishy. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's great. It's great to be here. There's a lot of things going on out in the world, okay? It's World War III out there. Don't worry about it, okay? Out there, it's World War III. In here tonight, World War Whee! That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have fun. A lot of people are as we speak. People being left and right, and we're just gonna do some jokes. Listen, and my daughter, I got a daughter, she's woke, my daughter. And she asked me today, she said, Daddy, why are your teeth so yellow? I said, because I stand with the Ukraine. So I'm purposely having them yellow and my balls are blue. I stand with the Ukraine because your mother is not giving it up. And no, she is. Just not to me. Shout out Sean the contractor. Listen, the silver lining in that conflict is at least it's white people. That's the positive thing about that war. It's whites, less whites. Because, it's over for white people. It's 100%, we had a nice run. Listen, white people, we had a nice run, but baby, it's over, okay? Make no mistake, face down, done, over, never coming back. But, Hall of Fame, historically, really, a lot of good things. Also a lot of bad things. But you brush over it, But it's over. It's over for whites. And I knew that. I felt that about 7 years ago. I felt that coming. I felt the tide turning for the whites. I looked in the mirror. I said, uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Chris, you are, because I am like skin conditioned white. Like I'm supremely white. And it's just, I knew, so I had to make a decision. Because I deliberately, on purpose, both my daughters are Puerto Rican. I have, yes, Latina children. Thank you. Ooh. I have Latina kids, and again, by design. I went out to a bar 7 years ago. It's called Place to Beach. It's still there, actually. It's still there. It's in Coney Island, Brooklyn. If you Google it. Yeah, Place to Beach. Yeah, I bought my fake vaccine card there with a Mai Tai. And from Vito, he's dead of COVID. But what can you do? I met my daughter's beautiful Latina mother. Just beautiful woman she is. She really is. And I saw her dancing around, and I said, this is the one. I told my friends, I said, this is the one. If this girl's into me, this is the one I have to have a child with. She's going to save me. Because I said she needs to be a non-white woman. I need to mate with a woman who's not white, because the truth is by 2025, it's going to be illegal to have all white babies. They're not going to let it continue. You can't. Privilege. You can't. You have to be better. So that means less white. So I said, I got to stay alive, okay? I went out that night, and I met her, and she was dancing around, and she was gorgeous. And I said, wow, she looks like the one, but I need to make sure that she's not white. Because she looked like she could have been like Italian or Greek or something like that, and they look white. So I said, Lord, give me a sign. How do I know she's not white? And then she did a little spin move, and I noticed she had a tattoo in her. I said, she's Latina. Ven aquí. Let's go. Vámonos. Come on. Dos hijas. I have coquito. And now we have this beautiful little Puerto Rican family. And listen, it's amazing. I stand before you today as a Latino man. That's who I am. I'm a full Latino man because, that's my life. That's what I'm doing. And people get mad, They're like, you can't identify as Latino. I'm like, well, I do. I have a house full of Latino people right now, okay? They're making plantanos. And I didn't know what they were before. I thought somebody was frying one of their sandals. I had no idea what they were. But I enjoy them. So, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm a proud Puerto Rican. And, so when I tweet from the point of view of a Puerto Rican person. And people get mad. Unfortunately, people get upset at that. White people, they always get mad. They just, how could you say that? Because the problem is like, you can't get away with jokes like that anymore if you're white. On social media, you have to reflect. You're a bad person, Chris. You've done things. You're bad. So, but I don't feel that way. Like I said, I'm a proud Latino. And I said, look, I tweeted, I said, listen, if I was President Joe Biden, the first thing I would have did is made AOC the head of the CIA because nobody looks through phones like Latina women. That's what I said. And then this guy Ryan, this dumb white piece of shit, Ryan, this guy started tweeting at me. He was like, you're racist. How could you say that? I'm like, say what? The truth? I mean, why would you have old white men in the CIA at this point? I mean, seriously, if you really cared about national security, you would have the CIA be made up 100% of Latino women, and then you get them into relationships with suspected terrorists. Let me tell you something, okay? Those terrorists would get away with cero, okay? Cero. It's not gonna happen, papi. Trust me. I know, okay? She has microphones in my shoelaces right now. She says she's not here, but I smell the adobo and makes me nervous, and then my psoriasis flares up. Getting very itchy, Then this got mad at me, this guy. Stupid Ryan, I think he was from Idaho. Again, a white guy mad at that AOC tweet. Just, yelling at me. Because here's the thing. I mean, it's like society now has become this thing where it's like you can't make a mistake. It's like if you say one wrong word, that's it. You're done. It used to be for our whole lives, it was actions speak louder than words. But now it's flipped. Now it's words speak louder than actions. All of a sudden, it doesn't matter what actions you've done. If you said one word wrong, you're done. They did it to Kevin Hart. Remember a couple of years ago, Kevin Hart was going to host the Oscars, but then he had a homophobic tweet they found from 10 years ago. It's like, you think Kevin Hart is a homophobe, dude? His actions prove differently. He was the lead of the movie Jumanji. Do you know how gay you have to be? They asked me to be in the movie. I was like, I don't guzzle so I'm not going to do it. It's like they go after anybody, So this guy, Ryan was his name, and he doesn't know a thing about me, just starts attacking. He was like, I bet you've never even met a Latina person, Chris. That's why that tweet's offensive. I bet you don't know one Latina person, and that's what's sad. Get out there and meet some Latinas. I was like, you don't think I know one Latina person? Really? That's interesting, because my daughter's next to me doing Zumba right now. Just juggling empanadas for no reason, okay? This is my life, all right? The baby's first words were Daddy Yankee. So, why don't you just shut up, stupid Ryan, stupid Idaho. If you're watching this in Idaho, please like and subscribe. I totes preach. But it also depends on your circumstances. I always ask people, listen, I can't judge you. What were your circs? What were your circs during the pandy-wandy? Because it depends. I wasn't afraid from day one only because of how I was living, okay? I mean, they shut the whole world down, March 2020. I was living in like a 500 square foot apartment in Brooklyn, 3 kids, 2 adults. Everybody hated me. And, everyone bouncing off the walls, getting yelled at. I wanted to leave immediately. Like, I was like, I want to get out. Let me breathe it in. I don't care. I wasn't scared. And then the world opened up again. A few months later, I started doing shows. Right, I was one of the first comedians. I got right out there, started doing shows. I didn't care. I was like, take the mask. I don't care. And, people on Twitter start yelling at me. They're like, are you going to do shows? Chris, it's too soon. What if you get COVID? It's possible that you're going to get COVID. I was like, good. I live in hell. I couldn't care less about COVID, okay? 2 weeks on a ventilator, that would be like going to Aruba for me. You understand? It'd be like a sandals resort. You have to see my life right now. I don't want to watch Wreck-It Ralph again. Put the ventilator in my mouth right now. Just shove it down my throat. I'll try not to. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Now it's a fun part of the Pandy Wandy. We've reached the fun, that's what I call it, the Pandy Wandy. I had to make it, listen, everybody had different reasons. I had to call it the Pandy Wandy. I was going to call it the pandemic. My daughter's, terrified. Everybody was calling it the pandemic. The newscasters, her teacher, she's like, that scares me. Pandemic. I'm like, babe, what? The pandemic? I don't know what that is. I know what the Pandy Wandy is. And that ain't babe. She's like, Pandy Wandy sounds fun. I'm like, yeah, because it is fun. Pandy Wandy. She's like, that's fun, Dad. I'm like, exactly, babe. Pandy Wandy. We stay neutral. And she's like, Pandy. Sounds like pandas. I was like, I didn't even think of that, Bubs. It does sound like pandas. She's like, where are pandas from? I was like, China! Because I have friends that have, some of my friends, their IQs are like, I have a friend I think his IQ is below 0. I think he has I think he'd go negative. He would talk to me about healthcare for the last 2 years, all day, every day. It's like, this is this thing that, we, as a country, everybody started to do this. Like, we just, we'd listen to half a podcast on mushrooms, a couple Twitter threads, and I was like, oh yeah, I went to 9 years of medical school. Always unwarranted. I never asked this guy anything. I never asked him one question about healthcare. He doesn't even work remotely in the healthcare field. Every time you talk to him, he had a new thing that he needed to tell you. Like, I remember, when everyone was getting the vaccine, he's like, you need to be careful with the vaccine, okay? Because it is not FDA approved. No matter what the news says, they're lying. It is not FDA approved. It is causing myocarditis, which is inflammation of the heart, okay? It is also causing encephalopathy, which is inflammation of the encephaloepithon. And Dr. Fauci and Hillary Clinton are war criminals, and they're running a ring out of a pizzeria in Washington, D.C. I was like, dude, you work for FedEx. So you're an expert in packaging. Where's my tracking number link? You idiot. I don't want to talk to you about healthcare ever again. Because you know what happens then if everyone starts, we all think we know everything, because of this. Then it puts pressure on real doctors. Then actual for real doctors don't really know what to say or do because they just get yelled at by the patients all day because the patient thinks they have more info. Like, is there an actual doctor here? Is somebody like a for real doctor? Are you? Is anybody a doctor? No? I have a smart crowd. Way to go. This is great. Are you a doctor? Oh, the Indian guy. Perfect. Way to go. The one person who's not white and Indian here is a doctor. Are you a doctor? What kind of doctor?
Just internal medicine.
Internal medicine. Okay, so finally a real doctor. How funny is that you're an Indian guy? What's your name? Ranjiv. I like that you went with Ranjiv. I like that, because somebody, somebody would have said Randy, and then I would have said, no, I want the full Indian. Ranjiv. I like Ranjeev. There you go. There it is. You kidding me, dude? You know how much Indian porn I watch? I love it. You kidding me? They call me Chrissy Calcutta. That's what I do. Ranjiv, because real doctors, they get yelled at by idiots like us. We're not real, My daughter's pediatrician, this guy, he's so nervous all the time because he must just get screamed at by people. I brought her to the pediatrician the other day. He was like, so what do you want to do today, Dad? Today's totally your call. Let's have a conversation about your daughter's health. I'm looking at her chart. She does need some updated vaccine. Not that vaccine, Dad. Don't get scared. Not that one, okay? But she does need some vaccines to get into school. So what do you want to do? Do you want to talk about, you want me to leave the syringes and you can inject her? Whatever you want to do, Dad. Let's have a conversation. I was like, why are you even talking to me, okay? I don't know what to do. You're the doctor. I'm the dad, all right? I'm here to hold her down and you light her up with mumps, rubella, polio, anything that used to kill a pirate. I would like in my daughter's immune system. Put on Pirates of the Caribbean. Let's do that. What did they die of? Yeah, light her up. Be perfect. But at least we can laugh again. That's nice. I'm happy that at least we've gotten to a point now where we can start laughing again. Because for a while there, it was getting dicey. I mean, everybody, like you could not do comedy. Like I would never in a million years start comedy today. I have no choice. I'm 10 years into it. I just have to come up here every night with a suitcase full of anxiety and depression and just figure it out. Because the bottom line is nobody in my family wants to work. That's the truth. So I just got to keep, anytime you see me adding a show, it's because, she wanted to put like an extension on the living room. I'm like, what are we doing here, She's like, I'm a spin instructor. I'm like, it's great. It's so great. I support you. But you better start pedaling that bike a little faster and it better start shitting out Bitcoin because we're behind on the mortgage. Dude, show's in Des Moines next week. Des Moines, sweetie. It's the capital of Iowa. I know every capital. But you just had to, I was at a point, where I just had to take work. I didn't want to do it. I had to take work. And I was getting fired. I got fired from a job. I never got fired from anything in my whole life. Like I hosted a show for Netflix. It was called The Ultimate Beastmaster. I mean, what a piece of shit show this show was. But I had no choice, okay? I had no choice. I needed the money. So I was like, I got to do this. And I co-hosted the show with Tiki Barber. He was an old NFL running back, this guy. Tiki Barber, borderline Hall of Fame player. I was like, that's interesting. Why is Tiki Barber co-hosting a show with me? And then I found out he was going through a divorce and he has 6 kids. I was like, oh, he also needs the money. That's what's happened. The state of New Jersey is crushing this guy. And when Netflix hired me, they hired me to do jokes. They were like, you're going to be the color commentary guy. They were like, Tiki's going to do the X's and O's. You're going to be the fun guy. Color commentary, be silly. I was like, great. So they hired me to do jokes. I do jokes, then I get fired for doing jokes. Because what they told me was, they were like, look, it's an international competition. You're the host of Team USA. So what we need you to do is make fun of every other country. Just shit on them for everything they've ever stood for. And when that camera is on you, you be pro-America. So say how much the other countries suck and how much you love America, it'll be good. I'm like, okay, this will be fine and have no repercussions. This is exactly what America wants to see right now, is just Chrissy Capital Face yelling, build the wall at the Mexican team. This should be perf McGurf. So I do the show and I get fired for jokes. Like Team India actually had a team. Team India had a team. And one of their competitors, his name was Rishi Patel. Tell me if this is a problem, Reggie. His name was Rishi Patel. I was calling him Rishi's Peanut Butter Cups. You have an issue with that? Not at all, right? Dude, it's I'm telling you, dude. See? And because other people did. We should have a show. We should do a thing where it's called Ask Rajeeves. Remember Ask Jeeves? Ask Rajeeves. You want to do that? Me and you are going to do that. Ask Rajeev. My agent's here. Mark it down. Ask Rajeev. It's taking me to stardom. Ask Rajeev. Rishi Patel, problem with it. I was like, okay. But the one I got fired for was when you fell off the obstacle course and you got like eliminated and you fell into the water, they called that water the beast's blood. I had to keep saying that. The beast's blood, the beast's blood. And then one day I showed up to work and I was like, you know what? I'm not calling it the beast's blood today. I'm not going to do it, okay? I've been here 3 weeks. I'm sick and tired. I was drunk on set. I'd been drinking Bud Light seltzers, doing Flonase. I said, I'm not calling it the beast's blood. And I said, I had a little Netflix producer in my ear. I said, listen, buddy, I'm going to call it something else. I'm not calling it the beast's blood, so I just want to make sure I have your permission. She goes, absolutely. We love you here at Netflix. You were doing great, Chris. You were doing so good. I was like, okay. So Team China was stepping up. And they were unbelievable, Rajiv. I mean, they were so good. No, you don't understand how good they were. They were fantastic. And their best competitor, his name was Bin Feng, he was stepping up onto the obstacle course. So nobody thought he was going to fall. But on the off chance he did fall, I was like, I got a good one in my head. It's almost like Jesus placed a joke in my head as soon as the board said Team China. I was like, thank you. Bang, he just put it right in there. I was like, boom. So I told Tiki, I said, Tiki, listen to me. If this kid falls, don't say anything. I got a good one. And Tiki was just looking blankly straight ahead, just staring off into space. I was like, dude, are you okay? He was like, I should have never got married. was like, yeah, dummy. What are you doing? Of course. I mean, I could have told you that. So Bin Fong steps up, and he's flying through the obstacle course. He's just doing good. I'm like, he's not going to fall. Because I had the perfect joke. If he would have fallen, it's not going to fall. So, but with that, he's in the middle of the obstacle course, and it starts to rain out of nowhere. It's almost like Jesus himself started to make it rain, like Salt Bay. Just starts making it rain because he wanted to hear the joke he put in my head. So I'm like, oh my God, this might happen. And Bin Fong knows that it's raining, but he's got to get to the other side of the course. But if he falls, he's out. So he's trying to go fast, but the rain's picking up, and the course is getting wetter and wetter and wetter. And so was I, because I knew that this kid is going to fall, and then I'm going to unleash the joke, and that's exactly what happened. He just fell, and I let him splash and hit that water. And I took a moment in my head. I even asked the Netflix producer one more time. I said, am I clear to improv a name for the Beast Blood? He was like, absolutely. I was like, okay, there goes Bin Fong into the duck sauce. The producer, he was like, oh no! Cut! I'm like, God, thank you. Fired. Immediately, on the spot, fired. And you know what the hypocritical bullshit is? Bin Fong retweeted the clip of me saying, there goes Bin Fong into the duck sauce, okay? Binny absolutely loved it. Yeah, he did, he loved it. I got fired by some fat white woman named Barbara, who definitely sent the email with duck sauce on her fingertips. I know she did, because she's fat. Yeah. You fired. It's usually white people. That's the thing, is, the Cleveland Indians had to change the name of their baseball team a couple of years ago. What do you think, that was Indian people? Native American people don't care. They don't watch baseball. That was white women being like, we have to do something. That it's not okay that they are saying Indians. It is just not okay. And it's like, we just missed the point as whites. Like, this is who cares about the name? Ask any Native American person you know, hey, what do you think of the name, the Cleveland Indians? They'd be like, you know what? Why don't you keep the name? Just give us back our land, okay? Yeah, it's not really about baseball, Susan. It's just you built the stadium on my grandmother's wigwam. Second base used to be a longhouse. Any white guys out there dating Latina women? Are you? Is she Latina? Nice. Come to the meetings Tuesdays and Thursdays. We talk about how to stay alive. I mean, it's crazy. Look at this. I mean, dude, I don't know. I mean, I like that chain, man. How expensive is your chain? No, dude, I bought this at the Staten Island Mall. Yeah. Kids? 2 kids. Nice, dude. You're not going nowhere. Yeah. Listen, it's fun. It's fun dating a Latina woman. It's terrifying, but it's like a thrill ride. You know what I mean? Like an amusement park. Every day of my life, I'm like, buckle up. Because you're just getting yelled at. All the time, just getting yelled at, And I remember one time, we were living in an apartment building. We lived on the 12th floor of this apartment building, and she wanted to see my phone. And I was like, no, I'm not giving my phone. She was like, Chris, let me see your phone. I was like, no, I'm not giving you my phone, okay? That's like an invasion of privacy. This is borderline emotional abuse. I have a right to my own phone. You can't look at it. She was like, give me your phone. I was like, no! And then she kicked our air conditioner out the window on the 12th floor. I was like, ay, Dios mío. I was like, you could have killed somebody. She's like, probably not you texting. I was like, is she down there? Even my daughter, my oldest daughter, I mean, no. She's like her mom. She has the same attitude as her mom, and it's like genuinely terrifying. Because she's, all I want to do is please her. I love my kids so much, my whole life. And all I want to do is make her happy. And she's always mad at me. She's just constantly, like we were driving the other day. It was a beautiful day. She was in the back seat. The window was down. She was like, Daddy, hello. I'm cold. So I was like, I'm sorry, honey. I apologize. So I put the window up. She was like, now I'm hot. So I put the window back down. She was like, I just told you that makes me cold. I was like, what do you want me to do? She was like, figure it out. That's what I want you to do. Figure it out. She was doing that thing like her mom does, where she just opens and closes her hand. Latina women do that. They're like, I feel like they're catching your words, you know? So when you try to lie 10 years from now, they're like, that's not what you really said, because I caught your words. So you're lying. She's funny, my kid. She asked me the other day, she's like, Daddy, am I white or am I Latina? I said, it depends on the sitch. So, you can play it both ways, baby. Give me the scenario. What are we talking about? College interview? Oh, you're Latina, baby. Diversity, yes. Bring it in, sister. I am diverse. Give me a scholarship. Job interview? White. White. Here's the truth about me. Listen, I don't think I'm gay, okay? I would say, let's say 90% sure. Let's say 85. 85% sure. We'll go low 80s. Not gay. But I grew up in a neighborhood where, like, you know, listen, my mother's a very intelligent woman. She was all about education. So, like, I learned stuff. I was into learning, and, like, that was gay. In the neighborhood I grew up, it's like, you can't learn. What are you going to school learning stuff? It's like, ugh. I was like, yeah. Like, I know every state capital. Well, I was going to tell Antonio Parisi that I know every state capital. He'd be like, I bet you do. And then shove his right in my mouth. He'd be like, Albany. Montpelier, Vermont. A lot of people don't know that one. But, you know, the truth is I can't really take a good look inside to see if there's any gay floating around until my father. I got a father. That is, most of us have that father, but I'm in my 30s. It's like guys over 70, that's what it is. Being gay was taboo back then. So it's like, you know, either your father is just a homophobe or he secretly came out of the closet to your mom. One or the other, you know? So my dad is like a gay, like, you know, he wouldn't be able to accept it. So I've never been able to take a good look inside to see if there's any gay floating. Subconsciously, I don't know. There could be. I have to wait till he, you know? My mother could call me one day and be like, honey, I have terrible news. Dad died. And I might be like, yes, let's talk about this carpet. I mean, what do you want to do? You know? But I don't know. Because everything's gay with him. Everything. I mean, you know, he has rules. Like, he thinks, and listen, I get from his point of view, I mean, once he said it to me, I was like, you know, I mean, I guess. He thinks if you're a guy and you introduce yourself with your full mother-given first name, that means you're gay. He thinks only gay men do that. Straight men, you know, shortened version of a name or a nickname, but a gay man would go with the full first. And, you know, it's wild, but, like, I got a friend named Steven, okay? I don't know why he goes by Steven. I've never asked him. I just, you know, never assumed anything either. The first time I introduced him to my father, I was like, hey, Dad, this is my friend Steven. He was like, whoa. Come on, Chris, I don't even have his shirt on. I was like, what? A shirt on? He goes, you know, Steven. It's like, relax. So I was like, relax? What are you talking about? He goes, what do you mean, what am I talking about? What's his name, stupid? I was like, Steven? He goes, exactly. I was like, exactly what? And then he asked him, he goes, is your name Steven or is it Steve? He was like, I go by Steven. He was like, this guy smokes. Okay. Listen, you smoke and we support you, okay? I mean, from now on, though, we're going to call you Stevie Blowjobs. That's your name from now on. It's just little Stevie Blowjobs. It's this wild thing. It's this wild thing that, you know, he has, a lot of older men have, but I still love him. I love my pops, you know? He's the definition of a guy, my father, who doesn't give a f***. He just doesn't care at all. And, yeah, Tony, some people are like that, you know? Tampa Tony. I don't know why he is the way he is, but he just couldn't care less about anything. And that's good. That's good. You know, I mean, I remember one time I was in a pizzeria with him and I saw Steven Tyler, you know, from Aerosmith. Saw him and everybody was like, oh, you know, that's him. And my dad was like, I know who that guy is. And I was like, yeah, everybody does. He goes, yeah, guy. He goes, I got to say something to him. I was like, Dad, please don't say anything to him. Please don't say anything to him. He goes, I got to say something to him, Chris. He's napkin blotting the oil off his pizza. So that's a sin. He should get punched in the face for that. He can't do it. I was like, Dad, don't do it. He goes, I'm doing it. And he walks up to me, he goes, yo, Bon Jovi. Don't napkin block the oil off your pizza, you loser. He was like, I'm Steven Tyler. He goes, you suck. And just walked away. He goes, who's that piano man? I was like... The thing about COVID, what's been good about COVID for me personally, is that, you know, a lot of people don't want to do things. A lot of people don't want to go out. They don't want to do things. So I got to be like on some lists, you know, for like, you know, different events and stuff. Because do comedy in New York, you get on these lists. But I was always very, very low on the list. But then I started moving up on the list because people don't want to go out. People are... So I just started moving up. And so I got called to go sit courtside at Madison Square Garden for a New York Knicks game, right? It was awesome. I was like, whoa, I'm doing it. So I brought my father. Of course I brought my father. And they told me, they were like, look, they were like, but here's the thing, is, you know, whoever you bring and you yourself, you can't talk to anybody and you got to dress really nice. Those are just the rules because, you know, MSG courtside, there's A-list celebrities there. So, you know, that's the rules. I was like, perfect, no problem. So I call my dad. I'm like, Dad, great news. Tomorrow night, me and you going to the game, courtside, but you can't talk to anybody, and you got to dress really nice. He goes, that's great, Chris, thanks. First of all, I'll do whatever the I want to do, okay? He goes, so don't worry about it. I'll be there in a suit with my New Balance sneakers on because I got the diabetes, so I can't wear my shoes. So I was like, okay. So we get there to the game, and it is pretty cool. Like, it's awesome. I'm like, wow, this is... And my dad's walking around, you know. He talks to a ball boy. He goes, yo, get my son a basketball. Get him a signed basketball from one of the players, okay? And cotton candies, 2 cotton candies from my kid. I'm like, you're making me feel like a Make-A-Wish. Like, I brought you here, Dad. This is... Just stop. Sit down. And he keeps stomping the court. He kept doing it. Stomp the court. He's like, my feet are on the hardwood. MSG, Chris. I was like, yeah, it's awesome. I'm like looking around, taking the sights. Then I turned down. He goes, yo, take a picture of my foot. He had taken his shoe and sock off, and he had his bare, disgusting, decrepit foot on the court at MSG. He goes, I'm feeling my foot on the floor. I was like, you have no feeling in your diabetic foot. So stop it. His toes look like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Precious. I was like, put your shoe and sock on. He was like, all right. Your kid's gonna have a heart attack. And you know, the game's going on. He's like, he was putting his foot out to like trip a player. He'd be like, how great would that be? He was like, put it on Toctic. I was like... So then, I hear my father start running his mouth and talking, because I was sitting here, my father was in the middle, and then next to my father was this really famous guy. I didn't even look at who it was until the end, but it was this really famous guy. And my dad's just running his mouth, because my father is the epitome of a human being. He just doesn't give a shit at all. So my dad is talking to this man at the Knicks game, this really famous man, and he's telling him all about me, which is, you know, embarrassing. I'm like, you don't have to say anything, Dad. Like, I don't care. And he goes, my son's a great comedian. He goes, you got to get on his website, christycomedy.com, but he's probably sold out of clicks. You probably can't even sold all the clicks. I'm like, it's not how the internet works, but whatever. He goes, yeah, it goes clicks. I'm like, and he goes, and this was true. He goes, he's got a gig next week at Bananas Comedy Club. And that's real. Bananas Comedy Club. It's a comedy club. It's inside a Holiday Inn Express off the side of the highway in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. They hang live bananas, real bananas, over your head that they got at a bodega 2 hours before in a hotel conference room. I swear to God, I was really doing a show there. And he's telling me, he goes, my kid's probably sold out, though. He's probably sold out, so if you put $50 underneath my foot right now, maybe 2 tickets will pop up, maybe they won't. And he's just running his mouth, and I'm like so embarrassed. I'm like, I don't even want to look at who this is. Like, just, I want this to end. I want this to end. And then with that, the MSG staff came over to put the man my father was talking to up on the Jumbotron. It was Phil Collins, okay? Phil Collins, a man who sold out the entire world, was being told to come see me at Bananas Comedy Club inside a Holiday Inn Express off the side of the highway in New Jersey. I go, yeah, I was like, Dad, that's Phil Collins. He was like, yeah, he's gay. I was like, no, he's not. And then I watched my father go to Phil Collins. He goes, Phil, let me ask you a question. When you're at home with your family, do you go by Phil or Philip? And he was like, I usually go by Philip. He was like, this guy smokes 100% this guy smokes. Guys, thank you so much. Because, let me tell you something. I appreciate you guys coming. Because guess what? Everybody said no to me. Netflix, HBO, Showtime, they all said no, 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 no. So I said, F it. I'm doing it on YouTube. So thank you. I appreciate all the love and support and everything you guys have given me. Thank you. Get up, Max, you white piece of shit. Thank you, guys. Thank you.